Hello, welcome back to Auto Pop Culture. Today we're going over the London-based singer called FKA Twigs and her mixtape called CAPRISONGS. So I thought this was a third album, but it wasn't. It's a mixtape. And I'm kind of happy about it because I wasn't really sure. I don't usually review mixtapes. I think that they're are very experimental. So for me, it's just like I don't think I would get the full um my idea is just kind of stay with the studio albums and kind of go from there because I feel like that's the main course that a lot of artists are looking for you to look at. I feel like the mixtape's always meant for more. I'm feeling experimental, so here's what I've had, what I did, and I want to share it with you, or this is for my fans, or this is literally just for myself. So it's always, it seems like it circles around more personal space. Which also means a lot of different features, a lot of different sound and everything. So which is really cool. So in my thought, and I was like, okay, I don't really do mixtapes. Should I do this one? And I thought I should because it's been a long time since I've done a Twigs album for a long time. I didn't even do Magdalene. I didn't do that one at all. That one came out in 2019. I didn't do it because I didn't feel like it was like, maybe it's because of the mood or the feel of the other songs. I didn't really feel like I was in a space to have to listen to that for some reason. But I did go back and listen to it, and it's definitely a complete mood. But I got into her when she came out with her LP1 that came out in 2014 with her 2 week song. I loved the song. I love the music video, love the song. And so after that I just started listening to a lot of her stuff, and I got into her EP that came out the next year, which was Melissa. Definitely like that one. It's very weird. The music story, I guess, was very weird as well. But I really liked it. I felt like we're still getting to know her and getting pieces and pieces of her. And so yeah, so now here I am doing a mixtape because I thought in my head I need to, not only has this mixtape been talked about a lot of people like this mixtape, but it had a lot of features and people that I like. So I was like, okay, let me just get into it. I am convinced enough. I've been looking at it for a while. I might as well just go for it. So here I am doing it. So this album is actually pretty fun. Like it definitely leans into that space where it's just like, I'm gonna give you a little bit of what I usually give you, but it's gonna have a twist to it, what's a little more, either a little more personal or a little more experimental. And I feel like it's sometimes a little bit more mainstream too, but I like it. It feels like I feel like mainstream is not really in the vocabulary of FKA Twigs. I don't really think it's in her it's not in her space. She can't just simply do a mainstream song. It's just not how she does it. It's if it's even mainstream, it has a twist. It always has a twist. It always has some, like, she puts her own stank to it, so it makes it so you can tell it's like, yeah, sure, this feels mainstream, but there's something different about it. So, and I feel like a lot of those songs do, or a lot of songs do that, or a few songs do that, but a lot of songs are very experimental or lending homage to a lot of different other UK kind of sounds. So let me get into the songs and talk about which ones I liked. So the first one was Honda featuring, hopefully I do this right, Pasu, Salieu, can't do it, sorry. But I love his. I love his verse. His verse is so nice. It's so cool. The production's great. It's the visual I see. It's just driving downtown or driving through the streets of London and just smoking out and everything. It's a full vibe of a song, and I love it. The next song, Meta Angel. This one talks about the idea of finding a guiding force to help her kind of manifest her rebirth and her growth and everything. I feel like this Meta Angel gives you the actual space of what she wants to talk about in this album. Capri's songs are pretty much leaning into the space of her being, like, expressing the fact that she's a Capricorn, and she repeats it saying, like, Saggi moon, Pisce Veen, and Capri sun, pretty much saying her moon's of Sagittarius, her Venus is a Pisces and her sun is a Capricorn. So, which is a very interesting combination. It feels like what I feel from it, like it seems like a lot of those personalities will combine, or a lot of those, all three sounds combined will really work out with each other really nicely, for different reasons. But anyway, this song, Meta Angel, is pretty much talking about manifesting that kind of space and just want to force to help her get this rebirth happening. And she talks about kind of like throw it in the fire, ego in the fire. I got a love for desire. Pretty much knowing that she's like, the way to get to that space is to kind of throw your ego out the door. Like, you gotta just you're gonna have to take some pain in and everything to get to that point. But it's worth it to get to that point because it's just the climb to get there, pretty much. Tears in the Club featuring The Weeknd, I didn't really care. I felt like this is the only song that's a little too generic for me, a little too mainstream. And I'm not really, I like The Weeknd, but I do feel like sometimes he's a little elevated more than I don't get. But here he is in this. I thought it was okay. Oh my love is, I love this song. It's a really good song. It's pretty much talking about the idea of being in a relationship that she wants more than what the guy wants. And there's I think I skipped it. Oh no, I didn't. So, there's a song later on that wow. Very disorganized in here. Hold on. Anyway, I'll just keep going. Pretty much this song talks about that, and there's a interlude that talks about the idea that she's the number 7 song that came out with featuring Solo, talking about the idea just like she goes to this party with this guy, she meets his family, and then goes to a family barbecue and all these things. And at the end of it, he's like, "Oh no, you're not my girl. We're just hanging out, right?" And so it definitely leads you on. It's just like, oh, why am I here with your family? Why am I here? Yeah, biggest part, why am I here with your family kind of thing. And I definitely get that. I feel like Oh My Love kind of leans into that direction. I love it. I think it's a great song. Poppy Bones featuring Shygirl. I love Shygirl, and I love this song too. It's nice little slow kind of, it's like gives me that dance hall production. It's just talking about the idea of just like dancing on a guy and how the guy finds it very attractive when a woman can kind of dance and do her own thing and not really care about who's watching and what's going on. She's just really in the moment. It's the thing that turns him on. I want to give a shout out to Light Beamers. This one talks about the idea of kind of taking in on yourself and just understanding that she says things like, did you give yourself away again? Don't do it again. Tell yourself you love you, so lay down your fears, baby. Ain't nobody died from a no. So it seems like a kind of a nod to your self-love, to yourself, and understanding that rejection isn't the end of the world, and understanding that there's more, that you don't die from no. You can't die from no, so just keep going. And it maybe, I feel like, is a parallel between relationships, self-love, and just your career too. Like, especially her career as a singer, like you are going to get a lot of no's, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of change, try to change you, do that, but no matter what, keep going forward, because that's, your vision. And just because somebody gives you a no doesn't mean doesn't define you as meaning you're not talented or you're not something, So yeah, I feel like it was like a 3-way meaning. Going to the next one. Which Way featuring Dystopia is a really good one. I feel like it has a different sound that I really like. Apparently that Twigs sees it more like an elevator going up kind of thing, which is kind of fun. I definitely feel that too, because it has this kind of like constant like melody that's also still low-key kind of sound. Jealousy featuring Rima. I really like this one. Fred again is in the production with this. It's so funny because at first when I heard it, I was like, it's okay. But then as I start getting into it, and from the album, I really, really liked it more. It has this like slow whine type of like dance hall production, which is really nice. Careless featuring Daniel Caesar. I love Daniel Caesar. His voice, his words, his lyrics, his albums. He's definitely somebody to, if you haven't gotten into him, definitely get into him. He's really great. This one's called Careless, but I'm not really sure exactly what they are talking about because it could be two things. It could be either because she says, you say you can't decide, but I'm trying to put you where you want. And then it goes into you can care less with me. Oh, you can care less with me. You can care less. It feels like it's like a word. It feels like a mix of a words. Like you can care less with me or you can care less with me kind of thing. I feel like either you can care less with me could be you can kind of just do what you want, just go for it kind of thing. If you can't decide, just do it, Or you can care less with me as in you don't really seem to consider me when it comes to us talking about stuff, like talking about our love and our like relationship or whatever. I love Daniel's vocals, great vocals. Yeah, but I couldn't really figure out what's going on entirely what the song means, but I do like the song. Next song that I really like is Darjeeling. It's a lot of words in here. A lot of different words I never heard before. Featuring Jorja, or Jorja. Georgia's, excuse me, Jorja Smith and Unknown T. Jorja Smith is amazing. I don't know why I called her Jorja Smith, but maybe American. But pretty much this song is an ode to London with the mix between talking about her growing up in a space where she was before she moved to London and how a lot of things she got bullied just for her looks and just for her skin, her hair, everything. She goes to London and she sees the diversity that London has and she realizes just like it builds up her confidence. It makes her be confident about her hair and her skin. And because she sees it's just like there's so many different walks of people in that city. And so it's kind of an ode to, it's like a nod to like, thank you, London, for giving me that confidence. And it's over some electric drill beat kind of thing. It's a drill beat with electric sound to it. And I really like it. I feel like it ups the drill direction when you get to Unknown T's verse. It's really good. And finally, the last song is Thank You Song. It's just talking about how she's thankful for this lover that she has for allowing her to helping her live as her unapologetic self. And she appreciates that. She appreciates that he helps her in that space because I know there's a lot of other ways and a lot of people, and she's mentioned it, that there's a lot of people that don't, her last relationships inside this narrative of mixtape that likes to try to change her. The jealousy song, the careless song, the oh my love, when they're like, oh no, we're just friends, or we're not really anything serious kind of thing. Like she knows she's thankful for this lover for giving her that space and having that, and for just helping her be her authentic, unapologetic self, and know that she doesn't have to fake it or change anything of herself with this guy. That's pretty much it with this album. I feel like I'd give this one a 8 out of a 10. I think it's a really good album. I love the sounds. I love the different sounds that she experiments with too. I think that's all I have to say about this album. Leave a comment below, tell me what you thought. If you like this album, let me know. If you didn't, also let me know. If you have a favorite song from her, let me know that. My favorite song has to be 2 Weeks. It's still 2 Weeks. I really like the song. What's your song off of this album? I feel like my favorite song of all of it has to be... Oh, it's really hard because I want to say it's either Oh My Love or Honda. Between those two. Let me know what yours is. If you like this video, hit the like button, subscribe button, notification bell too so you get more of my videos. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all in the next video.